and welcome to my Polish cuisine. Today I will share with you my recipe for a no-bake 3-layer chocolate cheesecake. This is a great idea for any birthday party, work parties, friend and family gatherings, or just to have a piece of it with your coffee. So the first thing I'm going to do is combine the crumbled cookies that I had. Those are butter cookies, by the way, with some butter just to make a crust for my cheesecake. And this is the spring form pan that I have. It's 9 inches, so it's a standard form. I lined it with parchment paper. 9 inches is 23 centimeters and its height is 3 inches, so about 7.5 centimeters. I'm gonna combine the cookies, crumbled cookies, with the butter. Once combined, I'm going to place it over the parchment paper and spread it all over the bottom. And the base for the cheesecake is now done. So I'm gonna refrigerate it, and in the meantime, I'm going to prepare the cheese layers. And now I'm gonna make the first layer of the cheesecake. And make sure you have a cheese in the bucket that has been grounded 3 times. And I'm gonna divide the cheese into 3 parts since it's a kilogram, so I have 330 grams here. And to this I'm going to add the powdered sugar, and the ingredient list will be underneath this video. And I'm going to mix this well. Once the cheese is beaten with the powdered sugar, now I'm going to melt I have chocolate chip, dark chocolate chip cookies, or you can also buy a regular dark chocolate and just melt it in a microwave or melt it over the water. And I have melted my chocolate in the microwave. And now I'm going to place that dark chocolate over the cheese mixture, making sure I get all of it in. And I'm going to mix the whole spoon. Now to this, I'm going to add heavy whipping cream, and that is 150 mLs. And my final step for this is to pour the gelatin, and I have this divided into 3. And this will start to set really quickly, so we have to be careful and place this on the top of the crust. And in goes the first layer with the dark chocolate. And the first layer is done. Kind of give it a good pound, and I'm gonna put it in a refrigerator for about maybe an hour, and then I'm going to do the second layer in the meantime. Now I'm preparing the second layer. For my cheesecake, I use this scale to help me around the kitchen with pretty much everything. Since I need 330 grams, I need to weigh it exactly. Because I don't want one layer to be thicker than the other. They're all going to be the same. So I'm going to place the cheese in my mixing bowl again. Second layer is a little bit different. This time we're going to use less powdered sugar, but if you like more, you can always add a little bit more. So in goes the powdered sugar. I'm going to mix this. Now the cheese is mixed with the powdered sugar. So I'm going to melt the milk chocolate that I can add this into. Now I'm adding the milk chocolate that I've melted in the microwave into the cheese. It goes and mix again. Now I'm going to scrape the sides to make sure that everything is mixed well, and it is. So I'm going to add the whipping cream again. It's 150 mLs, same amount, and beat it. And we don't want it too thick, just like this, a little looser is better. And now I'm going to add to this another gelatin, which contains 1 teaspoon of the unflavored gelatin and 50 milliliters of water. And I'm going to mix this in well. This will be my second layer. And then there's a third layer with the white chocolate. And as you see, the longer I mix it, the thicker it gets. Now I will pour this milk chocolate over the first layer, which was the dark chocolate. And spread it evenly. And the third layer goes into the refrigerator for about half an hour to an hour. And this is the final layer. This is the remaining cheese, and it's exactly 330 grams out of the kilogram. So when you divide it, it should be the same. And then mix it. Cheese is very soft. It has to be soft, so I left it at room temperature for about 2 hours now. And I'm going to melt the white chocolate. We don't need the sugar with this chocolate because white chocolate is very sweet. And now I'm adding the white chocolate. It's melted. I melted it in the microwave. And it is very sweet, so if you like more sugar, you can add some powdered sugar to this. And now I'm gonna mix all this together. going to add the whipping cream and 150 ml as well. And this should be just fine. Scrape the sides a little bit. And finally, I'm going to add the last amount of gelatin in the 50 ml. And this is thickening, as you can tell. It's still good, but we don't want it any thicker because then we have to dissolve it again. I'm gonna mix this all in well. Going to pour the third layer now of the chocolate, white chocolate, over this. This is pretty set. It's been in the fridge maybe 45 minutes, so it's setting pretty quickly. And the 3-layer cheesecake is done for now. I'm going to place it in a fridge overnight and then layer it with chocolate and maybe decorate with some raspberries or strawberries. The cheesecake has now been in the refrigerator overnight. So I made some chocolate glaze. You can find the link underneath this video. It's really simple. And I'm going to spread the glaze over. After you put the chocolate glaze on it, I'm gonna place some raspberries just around the border here. And I want to do it relatively quickly because this will set pretty quick because the cheese is cold and the frosting is warm. The cheesecake is now decorated with raspberries, so I'm going to put it in a refrigerator again and chill it until the chocolate is firm, and then I will cut into it. So if you like this recipe, please give me the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And thank you for watching.